What up, what up, what up, dog? I'm back with another one. Another exciting NBA 2K24 Orlando Magic's center. Second year as Orlando Magic center. Took him to the championship his first year. Lost one game, won the championship. Broke a lot of records. They in the new year undefeated so far. I think they like 10 or 11 or something like that.
Our next guest is your Rise affiliation leader, Shakedown. Welcome back to 2K TV, my man.
You know who it is. It's your boy Shake. Back at it again, man. Sitting here with my boy LD2K, ready to get this Rise versus Elite opportunity on the game. So let's get it, man. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, of course.
Coming up next, the Magic taking on the Pacers. For the Orlando Magic, a mixed bag for this team to start the season, but one run can catapult them where they want to be. Will that change happen tonight? We'll find out shortly. Pacers, Magic, coming up next. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have a Monday night of basketball for you. Hello, basketball fans. Brian Anderson here, courtside with Doris Burke and Grant Hill. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. And now the Indiana Pacers starters. We've got Miles Turner, Walker out there with Benedict Mathurin. Then it's Halliburton, and it's Nembhard in at the 2. And for the Magic, we've got Paul George. He's out there with Paolo Banchero, and it's prime time in at center. Grant, both defenses will have their work cut out for them here against these two high-powered offenses.
Get your popcorn ready. There should be a ton of scoring, but I'm also looking to see which team can bring the most intensity on defense. In the end, that will be the deciding factor in this one.
Now here's George. Here's Rogers. Off target with the 3. Halliburton looking for an opening. The kick out to Walker. Pass to Nembhard. Five on the clock. Oh, George with a steal. To the paint. Here's Suggs. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Displaying some solid body strength and balance. Jalen Suggs to the cup.
Now here's Halliburton. Pass to Turner. Shoots. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Here's Suggs. Here's Rogers. He drops it from range.
Jalen Suggs has proven early, if you're open, he's going to find you. Pretty pass.
And here's Halliburton. Outside Walker. Into the lane. Here's Turner. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Here's Rogers. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Woo! BA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. The Pacers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Halliburton, the pass to Mathurin. Back to Halliburton. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Yeah, great work on the interior. Halliburton, easy work inside.
Pass to Suggs. Here's Rogers. Black passes to Primetime. Three-pointer, no good. The Pacers have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And then Turner with the dunk.
And this is why Miles Turner is such a high percentage scorer. You combine length, athleticism, and basketball skills. Good luck with that defense.
Here's Rogers. And it's in there. Primetime's got 7.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Nembhard. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game.
He did everything in his power to make that a hard shot.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And so it's Halliburton with it. He brings it up for the Pacers. 4-point game. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the Magic this year.
It really should be an interesting one to watch.
You know, right out of the gates, one team gets a lead with the head-to-head advantage, bragging rights, if you will, over the other. And tonight, it starts.
And it's Mathurin missing. For Orlando, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. You know, talking to people around the league, Doris, there's an it factor with Benedict Mathurin.
You know, B.A., he is definitely willing to try to put an offense on his back. He has proven not to be afraid in the closing moments of the game. This guy wants the ball anywhere, anytime. And sometimes that in itself will carve a spot for you in this league.
Here's Walker. The Magic making their last shot. Pass to Turner. They need this. Back to Mathurin. 3 on the clock. Here's Nembhard. Wide open look. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2. Here's Suggs. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. Rogers, that's good.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Indiana trailing here. Halliburton outside. Pass to Mathurin. Count the basket.
Well, the playmaking certainly getting better. Benedict Mathurin decisive in the screen and roll right there.
Now here's Banchero. Walker covering. George passes to Primetime. Over to the wing. 6 to shoot. Here's the 3. The rebound by Nembhard. The Pacers have gone 6 of 9 and finding their rhythm now. And that one drops.
Boy, you love what this guy is doing right now. He's taking smart shots, shooting a high percentage, starting to cook.
Rogers misses.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
First personal foul. First team foul.
The Pacers have gotten 7 of their 10 shots to fall. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
Halliburton misses. Orlando leading. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
Still very early in the regular season. But Grant, what's the most important thing coaches are working on at this stage?
You know, at this point, it's all about really just getting your rotation set, finding which guys work best together. You know, you have to figure out how to maximize the talent you have.
Now here's Halliburton. Impressive scoring stats with around 27 points a game. And it's Mathurin missing.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Rogers. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
We know Paul George, a very capable playmaker, guys. He is brilliant as a passer.
Indiana's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Halliburton outside. Pass to Mathurin. Over George. Tries again. Turner, no good.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Inside, here's Rogers. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Here's Nembhard. And there's the call on Banchero. That's his first foul of the game. And I heard Giannis Antetokounmpo say he would have loved to go to your alma mater, Grant, because of all the tall and skilled players that have come out of Duke.
You know, B.A., I'm not sure he mentioned me on that list, but certainly nice to hear that from Giannis.
Toppin, he's checked in for Indiana. McConnell comes in for Nembhard.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
Here's George. Banked it in off the glass. And now it's a 12-point Magic lead.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Indiana calls timeout. Coming into this, having notched a win against San Antonio in their last game.
Oh, boy. Throughout the game, they got after it defensively and forced a lot of turnovers, too.
There has to be a willingness to take chances, jumping for steals, getting out in passing lanes, and all of that worked in their favor.
Who's been giving his all. Our Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
As of late, he has been an absolute menace on the defensive end of the floor, causing all kinds of trouble for opposing offenses and making it really tough for the other team to find buckets.
For Indiana, they've gone 7 of 16 so far. Pass to Matherin. Now here's Toppin. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, no good. The dry spell continues. Wagner, the pass to primetime. Launches it. It's intercepted. And they're on the break. Here's Wong. Rejected by George.
What a defensive play from Paul George. Send it back, big fella.
And yep, it's good.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
McConnell with it. Still without a bucket. Pass to Matherin. Here's Wong. Three-pointer.
Well, at least the D was going for it. He got to the ball just a moment late.
And here's Anthony. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Leading by 12. Coming off that win against the Sixers.
Yeah, they hit the court last game with some serious attitude, especially on offense.
And what surprised me was how easy they made it look. It seemed like they got something out of every possession.
And talk about a team that's known for being unselfish, the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah, you know, B.A., it's part of their core philosophy. Keep the ball moving, keep everyone involved and engaged.
Now here's McConnell. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call. Taking a look at some numbers here from Miles Turner.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Walker, he's checked in for Indiana. Here's Duran. No points yet. Here's Rogers. And another miss by Orlando. McConnell outside. Pass to Matherin. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
That free throw misses. The Magic making it. The Pacers shooting only 42%. Banchero out there with Isaiah Jackson. Then it's Suggs, and it's prime time in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's out there for Orlando. To the left side wing. Halliburton outside. 6 on the shot clock. Rebound by the Magic.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Thanks, guys. Well, primetime in their last time out against the 76ers put on a show. He dropped an amazing number of points, and he's a tremendous three-point shooter. We saw that again last game. Truly, one of the most exceptional performances we've seen in recent memory. A monster night for him. Back to you.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
The putback. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
To the inside. Ooh, he's looking good tonight. He's drilled 9 of 15 so far.
And he's just crushing them with plays like that. I mean, just continuing to pile it on.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely zero chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
And here are the Pacers now, following the bucket by the Magic. Pass to Mathurin. Puts up a deep three. No good that time. The Magic have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. To the middle. Here's Rogers. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Primetime's got 6 points in the quarter. The Pacers have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Pass to Toppin. Now Halliburton. He's coming off a 40-point game against San Antonio.
I thought his physicality was crucial, too. You know, he kept the defense on their toes and repeatedly got to the free throw line.
Now here's Banchero. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. Alley-oop up top. Hammer it home.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. Here's Nembhard. Toppin outside. Shoots over Jackson. A nice shot by Toppin. Toppin's got his first points of the game.
The shooting fundamentals are a real plus for Obi Toppin. He has consistent mechanics and a high release point.
Black passes to Primetime. The shot, no good. The Pacers shooting only 40% from the floor in this game. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's great that basketball has become such a worldwide sport, Doris. The talent in the NBA has never been better.
I couldn't agree more, BA, and great competitors, no matter what, want to play against the best regardless of where they come from. Look at the MVPs. Giannis with multiple wins in that category. Nikola Jokic with back-to-back MVPs. I love it. The better the competition, the greater the level of play.
Here's Halliburton. Pass to Toppin. Back to Halliburton.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
And how about our AT&T 5G Slam Cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. Here's Suggs. Primetime passes to Banchero. Here's Rogers. The three is up. The shot won't fall.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Halliburton left side. Here's Mathurin. And it's out of bounds. They say it was the last touch by Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Halliburton. Takes the three.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Here's Rogers. There's the three. Sinks it from distance. Primetime's got 13 points now in the quarter.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
Nembhard, the pass to Halliburton. Orlando grabs the miss. Primetime's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Suggs, defended by Halliburton. Rogers, that's good.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Raptors at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. That'll wrap up this short 2-game road trip. And there's the lob. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. Here's Banchero. Pacers with a rebound. Halliburton outside. Fires the three. They get it back. Great positioning on the putback.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Down low. Here's Rogers. Off target at the rim.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Now here's Halliburton. Step back and fire. No good off the back of the rim. Here's Suggs. Guarded by Toppin. Here's Rogers. And once again, off the mark by Orlando. To the inside. And Matherin gets it to go on the assist by Halliburton. Matherin's got 9.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Rogers got it. Good job in the low post.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Indiana's gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Halliburton outside. It's hauled in by Rogers. Primetime's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Back to Banchero. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Rogers. The Magic need to put one up here. Shoots. Black, no good.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And something fans don't always get to see, some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
The Magic have gone 8 of 15 in the second. Pass to Suggs. The three is up. Rogers, that's good. Primetime's got 39.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And for the Pacers, they're shooting just 38% in this quarter. McConnell outside. Here's Wong. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
With the utmost belief in his game, he's able to beat opponents in a number of ways.
To the left wing. To the paint. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Primetime's got 41. Well, the Pacers shooting about 41%. Pass to Wong. Inside. Here's Turner. Second shot opportunity, and he lays it in. Turner's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
You love the determination, right? Miles Turner effectively getting to the window and getting another opportunity.
And they pick up 2.
This guy has been unstoppable. It has not mattered at all what the defense throws at him. He's had an answer.
Here's McConnell. He's scoreless. Toppin with it. And here's Turner. Pass to Toppin. He can't get it to go. Nice D from Wagner. Orlando's got 3 of 5 to fall from beyond the three-point line in the second. Here's Duren. Turner covers. Now Wagner. Back to Duren. Anthony feeling it out a bit. Here's Rogers. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
You love it when a point guard is eager to reward open men, and Cole Anthony delivering the ball on time and on target.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, Benedict Mathurin talked about his motivation. He said, quote, "A lot of people play a sport because they have talent, but I play for a different reason. I want to be one of the greatest players ever, and I want to take care of my family. I made that promise to myself when I was very young, and I have no choice but to be great. That's the way it is." B.A.?
All right, Allie, thank you. Good reporting there. And here's McConnell. 9 points for him in his last game. Pass to Wong. To the middle. Here's Turner. Outside for McConnell. Back to Turner. That one's good. On the assist from McConnell. Turner's gotten 4 this quarter.
I'll tell you, you can't put your head down after a tough first quarter. You've got to keep fighting, and now he's starting to roll.
Here's Wagner. Offensive rebound. Indiana's gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. McConnell with it, and Anthony picks him up defensively. A minute 42 left to play in the first half of basketball. Yep, count it.
Boy, it's really special watching Miles Turner put it all together on the offensive end. He's doing work right now.
Here's Rogers. And he drops it in from the low post. Prime Time's got 47 points.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
Pass to Wong. .110 left in the first half. Right side, Walker. Turner for 3. Rebound by the Magic. After this game, they can look forward to Washington, where they'll match up against the Wizards. It'll be the front end of a 2-game road trip.
He's been shooting with great consistency tonight. Love to see that confident play on offense.
McConnell outside. Pass to Walker. 43 seconds left to play in the half. Misses from short range. Here's Rogers. Now Anthony. He's marked by McConnell. And Anthony slams it in.
Oh, my goodness. Going to the rim with aggression is young Cole Anthony.
34 seconds left in the second period. Anthony against McConnell. Pass to Turner. Now here's Walker. Fires from deep. Hits a three-pointer. Walker's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Down low. Here's Rogers. Shoots over Walker. Second chance effort. And yes! Another basket! And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
A dominating first half of play. And so far, it hasn't been close. Magic out in front, running away with it. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Second half underway. Here's who Frank Vogel's got on the floor. We've got Walker, also Benedict Mathurin out there, Miles Turner out there with Halliburton, and it's Nembhard in a shooting guard. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Orlando ball.
And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Indiana Pacers. On Wednesday, they're off to Toronto to face off with the Raptors. Then on Friday, they'll be facing Paul George and the Orlando Magic.
And you know, for that matchup with the Nuggets, I'm sure they've been waiting for that one, and they're eager to see how they measure up against a quality opponent.
And the Magic making a change here. Suggs is checked in. And good! There's another!
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Well, the Pacers shooting just 42% so far in the game. Halliburton outside. Mathurin finds Turner. It's hauled in by Rogers. Primetime's got 11 rebounds in the game.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass. And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Pass to Halliburton. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third.
Halliburton may have a lean frame, but right there he shows you how balanced he is. Fights off the defense on the way up. That's nice.
Halliburton at the line for one.
Orlando has gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game. Pass to Rogers. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Here's Nembhard. The Magic making their last shot. Halliburton with the ball. Turner passes to Halliburton. Back to Turner. Takes a three. That one doesn't drop. For Orlando, they've gone 3 of 3 in this second half. Here's Suggs. Halliburton with some nice D. The Pacers have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Outside Mathurin. It's hauled in by Rogers.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
George against Halliburton. Boom! He jams it straight down.
You know, he's flat fueling their success. Most of the offense has gone through him.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Halliburton outside. Mathurin with the ball. 9 points in the game. Pass to Turner. Here's Halliburton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Walker for 3. Orlando grabs the miss. Primetime's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
To the inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
You know, they continue to feed him the ball, and he keeps delivering. The leading scorer in this one.
Indiana's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Halliburton, the pass to Mathurin. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton.
Assist from
Halliburton's got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to Rogers. Back to Suggs. To the paint. Another one falls. Amazing.
Oh, make that 61 points.
Everything is going his way right now. The open shot, Halliburton. Orlando grabs the miss.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
And Carroll passes to Suggs. Here's Rogers. Pass to Ben Carroll. Here's Rogers. Turner covers. Rogers misses.
In the first half, he was on fire from range, but he hasn't knocked one down since.
Now Halliburton. The kick out to Walker. The 3-ball. Rebound by the Magic. Primetime's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Taking a glance at Jarris Walker, a forward with a lot of tools in his bag, Grant.
Oh, B.A., not only is he skilled inside, he's proven he's got a 3-ball too. And when it comes to defense, he uses his strength so well to make an impact, especially around the rim.
Halliburton on the attack. Got a piece of it. George scanning the floor. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
You love to see Banchero get off his feet in a hurry and finish with authority.
And for the Pacers, they're shooting only 39% so far in the game. Now Halliburton. He's got 7. Turner passes to Nembhard. A step back shot. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
You better do your work early with Miles Turner because this guy is so fast to the window and he'll make you look foolish with that kind of talk.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
It's Mathurin with a drive. Great D that time from Banchero.
His defensive talent, such a gift for his squad.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim. And Halliburton has got the ball here for Indiana. Pass to Turner. Let's go with a 3. Down it goes. And a great assist by Halliburton.
3.
Halliburton's got 4 assists in the game. Orlando has gone 7 for 17 from three-point range so far in this matchup.
What a quality pass from Jalen Suggs. This guy relishes the chance to set up his teammates.
So it's the Pacers now. Here's Nembhard. 6 points for him. It's Walker on the wing. It's hauled in by Rogers. Primetime's got his 16th rebound on the night. Pass to Banchero. Inside. Out of bounds. It'll be Pacers ball.
Pacers ball. Substitute.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Nembhard. He's guarded by Anthony. And here's Toppin from the arc. They get it back. Pass to Walker. Five to shoot. And here's Halliburton. Pounded by Westbrook. Basket's good. Halliburton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Tyrese Halliburton, that thin frame didn't matter a lick. Brushes off the contact. Love the grittiness there.
Russell Westbrook out there with Cole Anthony. And it's Wendell Carter. And it's Paolo Banchero. And it's prime time in at the power forward position. That's who's out there for Orlando. The Pacers have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Pass to Turner. Well, the final minute of a game can take up to 20 minutes of real time or longer. Is that something the league needs to look at, Doris?
You know, BA, I think they've already tried to do that. They've already changed some of the timeout situations. Some of the reviews come directly from Secaucus while game action is going on. The fact of the matter is there will always be strategy implementation late game that's going to extend the duration. I think the league has already addressed it to the degree they can.
Out of bounds. It'll be Indiana's ball. Some changes for Indiana. Stevens is checked in for Toppin. And it's Jackson in for Nembhard. Here's Jackson. Outside Walker. Halliburton, the pass to Turner. Back to Halliburton. 14 feet away, and the bucket is good. Halliburton's got 10 points here in the second half.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
Another bucket. Wow. 71 points and no end in sight.
He's in the zone. The defense looks helpless.
Here's Halliburton. Pass to Walker. And the jam by Walker.
Halliburton's vision and then the ability to thread the needle there makes the defense pay.
Orlando's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Good. He hits again.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. The Pacers have gone 6 for 9 here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Turner. Halliburton outside. Shoots over Westbrook. Halliburton misses.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Westbrook, the pass to Primetime. Ben Carroll left side. Here's Rogers. Connects from downtown. Primetime's got 9 points now in the quarter.
This has been a running theme for him. Hit a number of threes in the first half. Now nails another.
Halliburton misses.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Rogers, that's good.
Yeah, in the first half, he was unstoppable from deep. Now, 2 more since the break.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Turner. Halliburton with the ball. Pounded by Westbrook. Can they get it? And the basket by Halliburton.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
Here's Stevens. Guarded by Bencaro. Great D that time from Bencaro. Westbrook against Halliburton. Westbrook, that's good.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
So it's the Pacers now. The Magic making their last shot. Here's Walker. And it's Orlando with a rebound.
Not his best night and not the team's best night. Sometimes it just goes that way.
Primetime passes to Westbrook. Pass to Rogers. Over Walker. Rogers misses. The Pacers have gone 7 of 14 here in the fourth from the floor. Stevens, the pass to Halliburton. Outside Walker. Here's Stevens. And here's Walker. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Well, after netting one in the first half, that's the second deep ball to go down for this guy.
Pass to Bencaro. Here's Rogers. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. For Indiana, they've gotten 8 of 15 during the fourth quarter. Jackson, the pass to Turner. And then Turner with the dunk.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
To the wing on the left. Halliburton against Westbrook. Rebounded by Halliburton.
It's not easy to finish in traffic, but those are chances he has to convert.
You can make the case that Russell Westbrook is the best rebounding point guard in the NBA. His willingness to get offensive boards, oh yes sir, that's part of his game.
Jackson gets the bucket. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Magic. Here's Rogers. There's the block. Walker for three. They grab their own miss. Here's Turner. And too long on the shot. Orlando has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth. And again!
Incredible! 81 on the night. Channeling his inner Mambo right now.
There's no slowing this guy down. He's on fire. Halliburton with the ball. Out left to the wing.
2 minutes.
Pass to Walker. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. So for the Magic, Isaac, he's checked in for Carter. George comes in for Banchero. And Wagner subbed in for Westbrook. And Orlando shooting around 53% in the fourth. Isaac outside. To the middle. Here's Rogers. Shoots over Turner. Rogers, that's good.
Well, how about Jonathan Isaac showing a desire to share the basketball? I love it.
Indiana's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. McConnell passes to Matherin. Walker against Isaac. Pass to McConnell. Turner with it. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Isaac.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Magic.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for primetime.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Here's McConnell after the basket by Orlando. There's 25 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Wong sends it home from three-point land.
Yeah, he's really giving up size in that matchup. But on the perimeter, he can find the room he needs.
It's incredible to me how players have become so adept at creating just enough space to get the shot off. Nicely done.
McConnell passes to Turner. So it's the Magic winning this one easily, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you next time.
The starting lineup for the visiting Orlando Magic. At guard, Anthony Black. Let's bring out the starter for your...
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports. And enough now the starting group for Orlando. They've got Black. Van Caro is out there with Rogers. Then there's Suggs. And it's George in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Wizards, in at the forward positions, Avdia and Kuzma. Then there's Jordan Poole. And it's Koulibaly in at the 2 spot. You know, Greg, I can't believe it. Thanksgiving Day is tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your wonderful family, Greg, and to those of you at home as well enjoying this on 2K Sports.
Well, thank you, Kevin. And just an exciting time of year. When Thanksgiving rolls around, you know the season is officially afloat. And these guys love playing around the holidays.
And so it's the Wizards getting on the board first. Here's Rogers. And the 3 ball is good.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Washington gets it back. Avdia kicks to Kuzma. Rejected by Rogers. They recover it. That savvy little up fake there. Fooling the D. Suggs with the ball. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
And this is why Suggs was a top 5 pick. Jalen's got tremendous playmaking ability.
Koulibaly, no good.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
For Washington, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Now, here's Poole. In the game against Toronto. Very impressive. And the points coming for them now, Greg, in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
They can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
Now, here's Poole. He's tightly guarded. From 18 feet away, Rogers pulls it in.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Fires the 3. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Oh, great ball movement there.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Here's Poole. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Good ball movement here by the Magic. Pass to Rogers. For the 3. Rebounded by the Wizards. Here's Koulibaly. 12 points his last outing. Now Poole. Shot clock at 6. Kuzma outside. Will it go? Goes back up. The kick out to Poole. Pass to Koulibaly. The Wizards with another miss.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
So timeout called here, the first for the Wizards. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Yep, made the defense work extremely hard and did a nice job of getting any advantage they could against a team that shot it well.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Kuzma. It's hauled in by George.
Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's throwing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
Here is Rogers. Against Indiana, he was really on his game.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Here's Koulibaly, down by 12. And the basket Poole. Passes it to Hartenstein. Here's Koulibaly. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. To stop the drought, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. And here we look at Hartenstein. He can do a little bit of everything for you.
Hartenstein, probably the biggest skill he has that I see often is the playmaking ability. So he'll rebound and be physical, but all of a sudden sneak a pass in there with a great assist.
Here's Poole. The Magic getting the bucket. Going inside. Out of bounds. Orlando takes possession. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Atlanta. They've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And checking out the Magic, they're rolling, and we expected that. Lots of talent, the chemistry is there, and so is the unrivaled production.
A nice shot by George.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Here's Poole. Paul George making his last shot. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
But when a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Here's Black. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
He lacks defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Abia gets the bucket.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Pass to Rogers. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
So it's Washington now. The Magic getting the bucket. And here's Avdia. Poole with it. Still without a basket. No good from outside. To the middle. Here's Banchero. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
Washington calls timeout. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Well, let's see if the lesson was learned from that loss. If they come out with the same type of effort, they can expect a similar result here.
And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. And a switcher also for Orlando. Franz Wagner's checked in for Paul George. 14 feet away on the basket by Jones.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
Suggs passes to Rogers. Out to the right wing. Here's Black. Rebound by Kispert.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
The putback, Bagley. They shoot again. It's deflected from the arc. And Kispert with the basket on the assist by Bagley. Magic leading by 11. Suggs passes to Rogers. Orlando moving the ball around. Kicks it to Banchero. The three. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
Washington's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Now here's Webster. He's defended by Wagner. And that one drops.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
The shot's good from Rogers. Rogers has got 21 in the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Wizards trail by 14. To the inside. Bagley. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Bagley's so effective on the inside. He's got decent power, but it's the quickness that gets it done.
Out left to the wing. Here's Rogers. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. 23 points in the game.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
The Wizards shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Pass to Vucevic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Paolo Banchero. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Magic?
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
I wonder if pace and playing fast is something that they're being encouraged to do, because right now they feel like the faster team.
Anthony's checked in for Orlando. Now, here's Banchero. He's got 5, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
That's a terrific pass by the big fella. Banchero is adding that element to his game as his career progresses.
Jones against Anthony. On the basket by Jones. And Anthony's got the ball here for the Magic. Leading by 12. Wagner outside. Takes a 3. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And really setting the tone early with their three-point shooting.
Rogers has got 80% average from deep tonight, making 4 of 5. Now the pass to Webster. Out to the wing. A 3 ball. Vucevic can't hit.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game. Now, flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Wizards trail by 17. There's a minute 40 left here in the first quarter. From 13, Jones, no luck. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Here's Banchero. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal on the interior, Banchero's a hard worker with terrific mobility.
Orlando shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And looking at the numbers this season, they're shooting a robust 82% from the line. That's about as good as it gets.
First free throw is good. The Magic making a switch here. Duran's checked in. Some changes. Rogers checked in for Duran. George comes in for Wagner. And Black's subbed in for Suggs. Over in the corner, Banchero. To the right side. George passes to Rogers. Over in the corner, Banchero. To the paint. It's tipped, and he gets it back. Wizards trail by 20. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And at the forward positions, Avdia and Kuzma. Then there's Jordan Poole. And it's Koulibaly in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Kuzma can't get it to go.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Well, prime time in the last game against the Pacers was terrific. He scored an incredible number of points, and as his team has come to expect, he was a major factor from deep. Just a fantastic night for him. Guys, he wants to have every night, I'm sure. Guys?
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
The Wizards have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Pass to Avdia. The fadeaway. They grab their own miss. Here's Poole. The shot from the low post is good.
Those are 2 tough points from Poole. Great to see him mixing it up down low.
Magic leading by 18.
One thing you marvel at, the consistency of Paul George year in and year out.
I wonder when Paul George, Greg, goes into the offseason, if it's more tinkering and sharpening all those skills, or if he's trying to add something, because I don't know how you add anything to how versatile a player he is.
Now, here's Poole after the miss from Rogers. Poole against Anthony.
Get your butt back up there. I think it out flying or playing right now.
Poole, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Rogers lays it up and banks it in. Rogers has got 30 points.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Wizards trail by 20. Now, here's Poole. Pass to Kuzma. The kick out to Poole. Takes the 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Poole's got 5 points so far.
What a feed from Kuzma. I like when he finds the open man, and so do they.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
Here's Poole. He has 5. Three-pointer. Rogers pulls it in. Rogers has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's George. Rebound, Washington.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Isaac's checked in for Anthony.
Jonathan Isaac.
Pass to Poole. Here's the 3. Up again. Here's Hartenstein. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Hartenstein's got 4 points this quarter. Down low. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Wizards trail by 19. Now Poole. Here's Avdia. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
There's the pass to Hartenstein. Orlando grabs the miss. Rogers has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. When it comes to the essential components of a winning team, GA, how much importance do you place on veteran leadership?
Kevin, I think it's important. You want a few guys in the locker room who've seen it all. Players who can keep the ship steady if the team kind of goes awry or has a tough stretch.
And George wants to compete for titles, especially considering that he's in the back half of his career.
Here's Poole. He has 5. Here's Koulibaly. Rogers pulls it in.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
And so Poole will bring it up for Washington. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find the rhythm?
Good ball movement here by the Magic. Black the pass to Rogers. It's George on the wing. Offensive rebound. And the basket by Isaac.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Come around. Poole kicks to Kuzma. To halt the run, Rogers pulls it in. Rogers has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. For 3, nailed from 3-point land. Rogers has got 40 points.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Washington calls timeout. One guy who's been getting it done is prime time.
Not sure what the defense is thinking, or if they are. They continue to let him shoot. That is bad defense.
Kisper comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And a change for the Magic. Jalen Suggs is checked in for Black. Now, here's Poole. Defense is right there. Here's Koulibaly. And it's blocked by Rogers. Passes to Suggs. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Now, here's Avdia. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Here's Koulibaly to end the drought. That shot, no good. Excellent D there from George. Here's Banchero. Can't connect from short range. It's stolen by Banchero.
Bagley timing that one well and intimidating.
And here is Poole. He has 5. He dishes it to Kispert. Pulls up. The Wizards with another miss.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Washington's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Poole with it. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And Poole able to just slip right into his shot.
Orlando's gone for the 3-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. George passes to Rogers. Suggs kicks to Isaac. Inside. Here's Rogers. An easy 2 points on the layup. Rogers has got 44.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. They're getting pushed around on that low block.
The 3 from Poole. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Rogers passes to Banchero. Launches a three. Rebound by Kispert. Kispert's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Poole. We've got 1:28 left to play in the first half. He feeds it to Bagley. That's good for his 3rd bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
Bagley getting positioned just too deep there and does a nice job with it.
To the middle. Here's Rogers. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Poole the pass to Bagley. Off target with his 3.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from 3-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those. He is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
51 seconds left in the first half. Now, here's Poole. Guarded closely. Bagley with another miss. Orlando's gotten fond of that 3-point shot here in the second quarter. 4 of 9. And finished off by Banchero.
And Banchero muscling through all that contact.
34 seconds left here in the second. Poole the pass to Bagley. Avdia with it. Picked up by Suggs. Poole. And he goes in for the dunk.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside. Those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
Pass to Koulibaly. 1 second left. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Orlando going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Really an incredible game from primetime.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
Checking out the group for Jamal Mosley to start the second half. Banchero is out there with Paul George. Then there's Black. Then there's Rogers. And it's Suggs in at the point guard position. Here's Poole. The Magic hitting the button. The pass to Kuzma. Over Banchero. Kuzma, that's good.
Kuzma absorbing contact, focusing on the rim, and why not get the finish?
Passes it to Banchero. To the paint. Here's Rogers. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Rogers has got 55.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Down low. Here's Koulibaly. No good on that one.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Outside, George. Banchero outside. Pass to Rogers. Just 5 on the clock. From 11 feet away. And again, it's Orlando converting.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And so Poole will bring it up for the Wizards. Pass to Hartenstein. Kuzma outside. Rogers pulls it in. Rogers has got 15 rebounds here tonight. Banchero passes to Rogers. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Back to Banchero. Knocks it loose. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, guys. Well, Kyle Kuzma has always been a crazy confident person. He said, I've always had this incredible self-belief that no matter who I'm on the court with, I'm the best player. And that's gotten me to this level. That's gotten me to where I am. So my irrational confidence has always been a key thing for me. Kevin, back to you.
Well, he owns it, David. I like that. Thanks. Here's Hartenstein. Excellent D there from Rogers.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Friday, they'll go up against the Pacers in Indiana. Then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Webster's checked in, and Jones subbed in for Jordan Poole. Clock at 6. They could use a bucket. Kept alive.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
For Orlando, they've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. The shot's good from Rogers.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Wizards have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Outside, Jones. And it's Suggs with the rebound. The Magic have gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. And the shot goes in. Banchero's got 13.